We already recording.
I got.
Now, how you been, brother?
Life is life, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Holiday.
Healthy. Family healthy. I can't complain.
Man. So, let me tell you, before we even like get into the interview, I don't ever do the interview straight. I like to shoot shit first. I was telling Ash, I was like, man, when I left there that first night and everybody was here, and I was like, Ash, like, she tells me all the time that, man, you were surrounded with like supremely talented, multifaceted people, right? I met you as a poet. I knew you could rap, but I had never really heard your work. I knew you worked on like sound engineering and stuff before, but I had never seen you work. It wasn't until you invited me to your home when you had moved here, and I actually got to see you work.
Yeah.
And one of the things I like to do, I like to spy people during their work process because I like to see them in their element. You know, it's like seeing a painter get his brushes ready, just whatever his mantra is. Man, see what I did there? Whatever the mantra is. Before the creation begins.
Yeah.
And I was fascinated, to say the least, bro. Like the way you never appear stressed, you just let things be and flow naturally. And as somebody who has anxiety to the T, like I'm brimming with anxiety, it was so, I want to say, relieving to see somebody operate at a high caliber but maintain their cool.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give you your flowers because every time I've been around you and you've recorded, we've gone from recording in the studio here to recording in K. Marie's spare room. You remember back in the day, back in the pandemic days.
You didn't make it to the shed.
I never made it. I heard about the shed, bro. I heard stories of the legendary shed, bro.
Shed. Yes, man. So, yeah.
Nah, fuck it. We finna go. Tell me about it, bro. Like, take me there, cause the people watching this is gonna be saying, okay, them niggas never said anything about the shed. Tell them where you were, what was going on, what the shed was, and everything.
The shed was it's still there. Robinsonville, Mississippi. Robinsonville, Mississippi is known for casinos and cotton fields, my boy.
Damn.
And the shed was just outside of, like, there was literally, when we cut the grass, you could make like one trip through before you got to the cotton field. So you go one trip through, maybe a couple trips behind it, but it was right there in my grandma's backyard. Man, it was crazy how it all happened. When the pandemic hit, we had a situation where not only did we lose our home due to like this, well, this was right after Ryan was born. So he was maybe he might have been coming up on a year.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2019. He was just over a year old, so he was still a baby. And we had this tree rat situation. And when I say rats, I'm not talking about like little mice. I could deal with mice. They was rats. Like one of them we caught was the length of my forearm.
Jeez.
Rats. So with him being, a newborn, they came and patched some stuff up. We would still hear him, in the walls, and our neighbors would hear him. And, eventually we said, it's too much. We're going to leave.
Yeah.
This was, I would say, October, November of 2019. So we went and we stayed with Alexis's grandma, my wife's grandma. And at the time it was us and 3 kids. So we thinking, we just finna slide over here a couple months, find us something else, that we can call our own. January, really December 2019, January 2020, pandemic hits.
Mm-hmm. It's hard.
The whole world shuts down. Rental offices are doing things differently. Mm-hmm. People that were about to move out of their place, they ain't moving no more. So you know, people weren't taking care. Everything was just going crazy. So I was technically furloughed from my job. Alexis was a hairstylist at the time. So we roughing it. In beginning of 2020. So my pops, he was living in my hometown, Tunica, Mississippi, which is just right next to Robertsonville. But he was living there. He had space. We went up there, you know, thinking, let's get this COVID thing a couple months to pass, not knowing what COVID was finna do to the world for the rest of 2020 and most of 2021, you know what I'm saying? Right. We get there, and my pops he's the manager of this apartment complex, and they got a lot of stuff that they're getting rid of. And they have this big, probably 10 by 10 shed, it was about 10 by 6 probably, about 10 by 6 shed that they were getting rid of. And I was like, hey, I need that. I need that shed. Because up until then, after we lost our place, I ain't gonna say lost our place, after we left our place in Fort Walton, moved to Pensacola, at that point I was recording outside, I was recording in the car, you know. We damn near did full projects outside on Alexis' grandma patio. Like, wow. I'm talking about getting it middle of the night, early in the morning, and because everybody was kind of hunkering down in one area, it was a lot of us in that house, so it was hard to get a little privacy. So, you know, we made it do what it do outside in the shed. I mean, on the patio. Once we got to Tunica, my pops let me get that shed. We took that stimulus money, got some boards and some screws and some soundproofing and some plexiglass. What little plexiglass we could find, because everybody's buying up all the plexiglass.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, I had a cousin that worked at Home Depot, and he was able to get me in with the plexiglass. As soon as they got in, he was like, "Hey, come on, get it." You know. So we built the shed in my grandma's backyard. I found this tow company that could move it, so they had to move it about 15 minutes down the highway. Loaded that bad boy in the backyard. We had to get a car jack and jack it up, because I didn't know that it needed to be set on some cinder blocks so it don't shift. So we got car jacks, jacked that bad boy up, threw some cinder blocks down there. Man, I got pictures. I'm talking about, I got my boys out there, taught them how to use a saw. That was their first experience with power tools. Wife was out there painting. Like, man, that was a quality build studio. I hate that I had to leave it, but I had to leave it. But we did, we recorded Ebony the Goddess first project, Ebony Speaks. We recorded Ebony Speaks out there. We recorded parts of I Just Want to Spit out there. That's K. Marie's sophomore, junior project. I think it's a third. But yeah, we recorded all of that out there. A lot of singles never got put out, but man, and that was my spot. That's where Halo City was born. Really. That's where Halo City was born, because at that time I was away from everything that I knew. I was away from Step to the Mic at the time. I was away from K. I was away from, you know, Mobile. You know, right. Mobile had become my home. And I was away from it. I was on my own. And people weren't getting out like that because of the pandemic. So I got serious with this mixing. I got serious with learning sound and how it travels and how sounds commingle with each other, clash against each other. that's when cause that's why you knew me mostly for poetry, because that's a lot of what I was doing. But once I was sitting out there in that shed, and Halo City was born, I started being confident about these songs that I was writing. You know, got back to doing raps. I could turn my speakers up as loud as I want to, because I'm out there in the middle of the field.
Right.
Ain't nobody bothering.
Right.
So I got my music up. I got my speakers on loud, and I'm just immersing myself in what my passion is, man. So that's it in a nutshell, really. Man, I ran power cables from the actual house that's out there to keep some heat, lock them doors in good. I had built a little latch, and I brought that latch down so it kept the doors shut.
Keep it insulated.
Yeah. I got some insulation. All that
shit.
in there, man.
I never saw it, man.
Bro, I wish I could have brought it with me.
I just remember, because this was when I was really working in tandem with Kay and Stepped to the Mic a lot, like, because they were doing the online open mics.
Yeah.
So I started stepping up my equipment and stuff, like growing like parallel with you, like inadvertently not knowing. It's funny how God works, ain't it?
Right. I was going at the same time.
Right. So K Marie, Sade, Ebony, and I believe Zadora and stuff were making trips to you. And I couldn't go. You know, I didn't know you like that. I felt like I would need to be invited to go.
Yeah.
I ain't just want to show up. Hi, I'm Jerry. You know.
Right.
But I would hear about them and just hear about what was getting done. Now, this is the other side of Ebony Speaks. I remember because I was messaging them back and forth, like, you know, just checking in on my people. And Ebony was like, yo, I just recorded a track. Let me know what you think. I'm like, okay, you know, let me see what PJ did.
Headline. I already knew that.
Boy, Ebony sent me Headliner. I heard the beat, and I said, oh, PJ helped him? What?
Yeah.
Mississippi? Like, this is where y'all went to go? Bro, that same night, I cleaned out my closet.
Yeah.
Posted up a microphone and was like, oh, I'm finna rap on this.
Yeah.
Right now.
I remember that.
Bruh, that y'all inspired me so much to be confident in writing my own raps. And bruh, it's just funny, like 6 degrees of separation, you being that far away, but just hearing your work inspired me to work on my craft and confirm what I wanted to do. And here we are today. Here we are, bro.
We always put together so much dope shit.
If you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be over here working with you on projects where you allow me to feature on your stuff, I was like, you're crazy. I only been rapping a couple times. Like, I only wrote a rap a few times. I've ghost written for people.
Right.
And I just want to mention that it's always been a pleasure to record because, like I said, I have anxiety to the highest degree. But your way of like coaching and guiding, it doesn't apply pressure in a negative way. Yeah. It genuinely allows me that space to understand that you see something that I don't see, and I fully trust you in the moments.
Absolutely.
And you allow me to create something, then you play it back, and I'm like, of course, motherfucking PJ, motherfucking Holiday, does it again.
I think people don't realize that things are a lot easier when you know that the person or people that are involved in this with you expect you to succeed. Like, I believe that what you got is dope. And a lot of times, even me, we can't see it ourselves. So when you're around somebody that actually believes in you, and when it's not, you need to do this, you need to do that, more of, is that what you wanted? Is that what you're looking for?
Right.
All right. Well, I see. All right, we on the same page. I understand what you're looking for. Let's up it here. Let's bring it down
Right.
here.
Yes. That right
This
there.
is how you get what you're looking for. And I think what you're looking for sounds, I think it could be dope. You feel me? So that's why I tell people, even when people are about to go on stage and I can sense that they're nervous, I just pull them to the side and be like, hey, you know everybody in here is expecting you to do great, right? Like, not in a way where it's, I might not be great, but it's a way where just you even being here and doing you, because we know what you're capable of, that's all we want. We just want what you're capable of. That's why we paid our money to come here. You feel me? That's why I called you. Because I know you do this. It ain't no question for me. And I think there's a certain type of reassurance that we have to be better about offering each other.
I agree.
Hey, bro, I already know you do this. Like, just let me know when you're ready. Because I know you do it.
This I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna explain it after I say it. It's the unasked for affirmation. It's those moments where you may be not sure and you may not outwardly say it, but it comes in and it's like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I'm here for a reason.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember when Kate was recording her pieces of her album. And I think it was I Just Want to Speak. I Just Want to Spit. And I remember I was doing videography for her at the time. I'm just recording what's going on. And just the way I didn't feel like a videographer. Y'all made me feel like an artist in that room.
Because you are.
and that's the thing. Like, sometimes when you're unsure, when you're new and stepping into new ground, y'all can be intimidating because y'all's resumes are stacked. And sometimes people can feel inadequate, not in a resentful way, but you can feel like, man, these people have been doing this 10, 12, 15 years. And here I am just really getting comfortable in my 2-3. But I feel like I'm at this table with so much greatness. Do I need to be here? And then y'all just come in right in. Hey, yo, you know you dope, right?
Right. We invited you to the table. Right. We want you here. We need you at the table. You bringing something that, we value team. And you bringing something that I don't provide, that K don't provide, that Luke, Sunflower, Sade, like whoever it is, there's something that's not just from a videographer standpoint. That's from like you said, artist standpoint, a confidence standpoint, a spiritual standpoint. Like, there's something that you bring that nobody else can provide. You know how many videographers we done came across? How many people that do interviews, podcasts that we done came across?
True.
Why are you the first one we call anytime whatever it is going on? Even if we ain't working, we just chilling. Hey, come listen to this. What you think about this? Come get on this track. That's who you are. That's who you are.
1000%.
That's who we see you as.
Yeah. It is. I always feel like home. And that's why I put it in that verse. You know what I'm saying? Halo City feels like home. Salutations. It's just every time I walk through the door, literally, and that's the part of the salutation. Literally every time I knock on that door, I feel greeted. I feel like I'm welcome. And just walking up those steps feels like I'm ascending. Halo City. I'm ascending to where the pantheon is of just greatness, and just to sit and be. It's therapeutic, brother.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about it. Rendezvous. Hey, man. Tell me how you... First off, I want to know, how'd you come up with the name?
Okay, so... Rendezvous. I went through a series of potential titles for this project. And all of them were too detailed Like I think one of the ideas was Echoes of the Evening, Night of Soul, such and such, such and such, just different titles, but they didn't quite fit the what's the word I'm looking for? The way the project transcends from here to here to here.
Okay.
So the album is designed to take you through your evening, from the pregame to the party, to the club, whatever your style, method of celebration is, takes you there, and then to the after party where you want to call your little thing up, you want to drunk text, like it takes you
right
through the stages of your night. So really, if you play the album, once you get in the car, get ready to go do your thing, let's say you got a 20-minute drive, you put that on, you get to where you're going, you stop in one spot, you go to the next spot, we got another section for you specifically for this part of your evening, all the way until you get to the house. You feel me? So Rendezvous, it's like your night is like you can go out and have a good time by yourself, right?
Yeah.
But when you got your people with you, and y'all might not even have necessarily have a plan, but y'all just know y'all finna link up. The only word that captured that for me was Rendezvous.
Okay.
The only title that captured that for me was Rendezvous.
Yeah, I feel that. It's like going from kicking it to, we meeting up.
Right.
Now the energy is different. Now we got amplifiers. Now we got the jokes over here. We got the shit talker here. We got the make sure everybody get home safe person here.
Right.
So I understand when all those energies get together.
Pouring extra shots.
It's always
time
one.
for a shot, y'all.
Goddamn, it was shot o'clock 15 seconds ago. What's going on? But no, it's always those moments where you create memories, and that's what I feel like this album is gonna do. It's going to take someone and be the perfect. I want to say, you know how like. You ever have a moment where you like sitting on your porch and you might have your little something to drink here, you got your smoke here? That's how I feel this album is going to work with people who are going out. Because I was fortunate to hear some of these tracks recorded, and my God, I've been telling Ash, yo, I'm anxiously waiting for these shits to drop, and I know this is going to resonate. I know this is. It's the perfect time, brother. There's too many different energies that combine to create this, and I think it's gonna blow people's minds, bro.
It should. It should, because, like you said, there's the team. The team has expanded. You feel me? The team has expanded, and we've added some edge and diversity in a way that I may have been able to produce on paper, but when it came to do it on a microphone, it wasn't in me. But now we got people that can come in, not only put what I've written to life, but combine their own swagger, their own nuances, even their own words. You know, they tell me, hey, well, I don't know about this, let's change this here.
Right.
You got it, whatever's comfortable for you, because, like I said earlier, I like what you do. I trust you. So, if you want to change some of these words that I've written, so you can do what you need to do, absolutely. So, yeah, it should resonate with people. It should resonate with the millennials. It's not. It ain't a whole lot of YN music now. We do have one little drill what is it? Sexy drill, I think is what they call it now. A sexy drill track on there. But even that, drill music ain't nothing but. It ain't nothing but 90 samples with some extra kick drums and extra snares in it.
Low key.
That's all.
Low key.
Aaliyah could go on any sexy drill beat. Aaliyah could go off. You feel me? So we brought that millennial energy to something that's fresh, and something that's new, and hopefully it resonates with younger generations. You know,
I think it will. The reason I say that is certain topics that are just universal, right? Even when, think about this, right? Take Luther Vandross, right? For instance. Never Too Much.
Never Too Much.
Fantastic song.
Absolutely.
Came out before we were born. Wasn't for our generation. But the message there transcends generations. That's how I feel about this. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't thinking, man, my music really isn't gonna connect with the 80s rappers and stuff. Nah, you weren't trying to do that. You just put out great music. That's what I feel about this album. I think the fact that you're putting out great music is the bridge that people want to hear, because let's be honest, a lot of music today is just McDonald's. You get a little bit, eat your little chicken sandwich. Eat your little chicken sandwich of a song, throw it away. And then you got a million other songs that sound just like it. But these songs are distinct and they catch a particular ear. There are some tracks where Sunflower was harmonizing and it took me back to the 90s. There was some spots where Luke was rapping his ass off, talking this shit, and it took me back to the 2000s. Yeah. So I was going through different phases in the midst of this song, and I'm like, man, it's not nostalgia. I just felt good. It felt like a celebration of our generation and what we experienced, because don't get me twisted, I might be biased being a millennial, but I just feel like we grew up in the perfect time for music where we blend so many genres. We got to experience the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the thousands, the aughts. It can all culminate, and I felt that in this project, bro.
Right. And on top of that, because what was also, I say that because it's also blended in here, but back then we had such a, well, I can speak for myself personally, I had a much more, I guess, relevant relationship with pop music, with rock, with the Blink 182s and 3 Doors Down, you know, all them folks. Like, those are people that, because you had like the Now Musics and the CDs that you did, like you.
Now that's what I call music volume 10.
Exactly. So you getting those, like you might want to hear that Nelly, but because Fall Out Boy also on here.
Shout out to Fall Out Boy.
Shout out to Fall Out Boy.
Might get a little Green Day in that bit too.
You hear me?
So
because they on there, you be like, damn, that shit kind of slap. And next thing you know, you using the slow ass internet to go check out, these other artists, and I don't know, man. It seems like everything came together when it came. Like you mentioned, all the different decades of music, but like you said, the genres, the pops, the rocks, and even how they blended back then came now, or to that time. So like where you had the rock and roll of the 70s, where the Temptations might have sounded something like I can't think of nobody off the top of my head, but there was always these.
I get what you're saying. There's like this marriage of sound, and it's like passed. Exactly. Like generation to generation. Exactly. I know exactly what you mean. And I hate to say this, I've always been more of a Michael Jackson fan than Prince. And no disrespect to Prince, but it's something about the way he carried himself through the generations. It's like his team understood evolution, but he was able to carry like those elements from the 70s into the 80s, and then he picked and choose bits from the 80s, carried it to the 90s. And you can't tell me, goddamn, You Give Me Butterflies don't get you in that mindset every time it come on.
Yeah.
You know, it's music when it's written correctly and you can recognize what the ear enjoys and what's sonically pleasing. You can carry that universally, like, and I think in 2035, you know, there'll be elements of the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. You know, sampling is never stopping.
Yeah.
So I just, going back to the project with Rendezvous, I'm just excited to see those people, different people, I'll say, resonate with different songs or different hooks or different bars. Just like, oh, I know where that came from. Oh, I know what they referencing. That always hits different. It's like watching the old Marvel films like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You might watch Thor, you'll see Iron Man in the background. It's like, oh shit, they don't know, but I do. It's those Easter eggs that you guys have created sonically that I think is gonna like smash everything else, bro.
Cool, man. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Absolutely.
Because the art form, people say like hip hop is dying, but it's that if it is dying, it's because we feeding the wrong side of it, you know. Why are, and it's not knocking anybody's, you know, who they're a fan of, because I'm sure there's music I like that John next to me think is terrible, but when you, it's the reason why anybody can even say that it's dying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what is their reason? Well, look who we putting out there. Look who we sending to represent us.
That's true.
And it's not even us sending them to represent us. It's, I think there's a lot of it's flooded out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because there's so much of that other shit going on, it's hard to even dig through the layers to get to the real shit. Because even when you're trying to get to the real shit, you gotta dig through the somewhat real, somewhat fake shit. Then you gotta dig through the real shit, but a terrible human being. Like, I don't want to listen to music because you're not living what you know, what you preaching. You doing wild shit while telling me, you know, it's something else. You know, I think it's flooded out. It's hard to even get to the real shit, but that's what I want. That's what Rendezvous is. Like, I want to be able to bring these different sounds that, like you said, it resonates with somebody, and that'll just make you listen a little longer. Maybe make you listen to this next track. Maybe this next track make you feel something you ain't felt in a long time. Hear something you ain't heard in a long time. Think about something you ain't thought about in a long time. I know I have my go-to artist, right? My go-to artist that I listen to anytime they drop something new. I'm going to listen to it. But after a while, those artists, there's only so much of them you can listen to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it just leaves you feeling that, having a craving for something new, but you don't know where to get it. Because it ain't nobody's making it, or you don't know that people are making it. So with this one, man, I think it's gonna really, I want us to have a really local impact and grow from the local impact. You really have to, you have to have something that's catchy and goes viral for people to really want to look into your catalog. But if I can get this project in enough people's faces to where they just listen to one track, listen to one, if you like it, let it play. See, don't you put it on repeat. see if you're gonna enjoy the way we bring it to you live. Cause we're gonna bring it to you live. We're gonna make you feel it. It ain't gonna be, you know, a half-ass performance. You know, we're gonna bring it. You know how shows go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Equinox, solstice. Yeah. I've been there, and I think that's part of the. I'm gonna say this. I think that's part of the chip on your shoulder a little bit too with this project. It's you've done these events and you set a standard, but you've always stated that you want to do bigger and better. Like you've always aspired. Like you've always been hungry, and I love that. And I think that's why team setting is working with this too, is because you ever been in the car with somebody riding and you just be like, hey, I'm hungry. You hungry? And they be like, oh, I could eat. Imagine having a team like that, but with ambition.
Right.
Like, yo, you hungry? You know what? Yeah, I am hungry.
Right.
You have a full team with Halo City doing that. So you mentioned earlier, expanded the team. Let's talk about the team.
Okay.
Let's tell everyone who they are, how y'all met, and how you created this Avengers team of music now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, start at the top. My dog has been with me since before Halo City even existed. K. Marie. I moved to Mobile in 2013, and I was deep spoken word, heavy spoken word then. Like that's all I wanted to do was write poetry and perform and then go to the open mics and snap, you know. So once I got to Mobile, I went to the open mic at Mint, I believe it was.
Okay.
Yes, Mint Hookah Lounge. I don't even think it exists anymore, but that's where we were, and I met the Power Lines poets.
Shout out to Power Lines.
Shout out to Power Lines, who, you know, K. Marie was one of the Power Lines members, and K. Marie always been like a homeboy, you know? Has always been a homeboy, like since day one. Like, that's been my dog, you know?
Yeah.
And as she's done for a lot of people, she was huge in helping me elevate my pen, you know what I'm saying? Elevate my writing game. And there's so many people that can attest to that. People that I've been in the room and somebody I had never seen before, you know, you helped me, you know, I did what you told me with the poem and it was so great. And they'll just, you know, pour all that feedback into her and thank her for, you know, how she was able to help them. Over time, with my maturing mindset, you know, I think when I moved to Mobile, I might have been 21. Yeah. So I didn't know shit. About shit. I thought I knew some things.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Man, I got out there and got my head busted. But yeah. So over time, you know, as I'm starting to grow into myself and realize that I have a gift as well. You know, I saw Kay as somebody that could help anybody reach their potential when it came to writing, specifically. Probably to be broad, anything creative, but specifically when it came to writing. So, you know, once Halo City formed, as far as what we do with the artist development, I told her, I was like, hey, you got that. You know what I'm saying? You got the gift. You got the gift. I can help, you know, things that I've learned from you independently, whatever. Like I can help bring these artists together, these ideas together, so we can really help start spawning something great.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Under the umbrella of Halo City, because Halo City is much more than just shows. Like we cultivate artists, we put together artist packages, we help with distribution, recording, just so much that we do. We're artist best friend. That's what I like to tell people. But you know, I told like this is your gift. You can do this with anybody, for anybody. I was like, if you want to use it, this is what we can do. This is how we can use it. And thus, Halo City became what it was. I met Luke during our Step to the Mic era.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke was, I think the first time I met Luke, he was he was actually doing some posing. He was half naked. He was doing some posing. He was a model. He was a model for a show. So I'm like, who is this? This dude, this nigga walk around half naked. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that at the time that he was an artist with a bomb ass catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that he was actually from Houston, and you could hear that Houston, that kind of southern smoke tone in the way he raps. And more than anything, like I felt like the brother was creative. He was definitely creative. He was able to provide a certain type of grounding to me personally when it came to navigating this music business, like from a business standpoint, remaining true to yourself, like well-grounded individual, and you know the creativity is just icing on the cake. Like my guy, he's a lot deeper than just some lyrics.
Okay.
So, and I told him, you know, the same way I told Kay, I was like, I hear this in you. You got it. You got it. You can do this. Let me help you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me help how I can. You know, let's set up some studio sessions. Let's record. Let's see how it feels. Let's build a little chemistry. And over time, we did that. You know, me and Luke really just started hanging out like maybe this year. But I've been knowing him for some years now. And just, you know, getting to hear more of his music and stuff like that. But now that so now that he's officially a part of the team, like I said, you know, he's almost like somebody I go to before making any kind of music decisions or business decision when it comes to music. Like, hey, what you think about this?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's able to bring a certain type of experience and rawness that a lot of people don't hear. It's like, well, I think you should do this, but I don't know. He's like, nah, bro, this is what's gonna work. Of course, he does give me he ain't want to be like, nah, you need to do this or I'm leaving type deal, but it's still, he gonna tell me what he thinks is best.
Right.
And I value that brother's opinion when it comes to it, just over the conversations that we've had and the authenticity of, you know, the way he speaks and what he speaks about. So I just want to help that brother shine. I want to help him shine any way I can. Sunflower. I mean, Sunflower, I can't even remember how many, it probably ain't more than 2 years ago. I can't remember. It was after the pandemic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard Sunflower did a song called This Is the High, and it's actually on the Halo City YouTube from the first Flighted project that we did. She had already written the song and was performing it before we actually recorded it. So that's how it ended up being on Flighted. But I heard her at open mic, and the song she did called "This Is the High." The song is about speaking. She's speaking from the perspective of her conscience, or one's consciousness.
Okay.
And being like, hey, you know, you better than how you moving right now. We can take on the world, but you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of you. You got to move in a way that you know that you need to move, that's healing and ultimately for your betterment. And the way she rapped that track, and you was able to feel every word, and her beat selection that she had with it. The first time I heard it, I can't remember if I went and talked to her or not, but I never forgot it.
Mm-hmm. It stayed with you.
It stayed with me. And anytime something stay with you like that, it's a reason, you know what I'm saying? And the message itself was beyond dope, but I've heard those messages before, and they've stuck with me. Not like This Is the High did.
Right.
So she came and she recorded that here. We put it on the project. Then we started working on some other stuff, and this nigga started singing. I said, "Oh, oh, you do it all." So when she started hitting them notes, I'm like, "Okay, all right, you cold for real."
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you that nigga be spitting, that
nigga be spitting, bro.
That's a rapping ass nigga.
Yeah.
That's some rapping ass nigga. And her, you know, our conversation, I think I used to talk to Luke and her at the same time. We kind of made things official. But I told him, I was like, when it comes to Halo City, this is my passion. I'm passionate about this, and I'm gonna do it if it don't make $1. But I was like, with the talent that y'all have, and with what I'm able to bring to the table, whether it be writing, recording, track selection, sourcing, and all that, we could do something. We don't need to be sitting on this.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all don't want to sit on this. I can provide a good 50% of the things that y'all need to make this shit go global. Cause y'all enough to go global on your own.
Agreed.
Let's make a team of this thing. Let's make it easy for everybody. Let me help. And they was like, shit, we with it.
Ain't that a blessing?
We with it. Now it's like we the super friends.
Yeah, man. And it's when you walk into the room and everybody's here, it's not weird. It just seems like everybody's known each other forever. That's the kind of vibe. It feels like a room full of like cousins, just sitting down shooting the shit. But it's actual shit getting done. And that's the other part that I love about it is everybody brings their own levels of like discipline. It's like you'll take a little bit of time to jank, joke, you know, have a little fun, but all right, let's get this going. Okay. And everybody's in the same mindset. Right. It's like a switch flips. You know, it's like serious enough to get the work done, but can play enough to make it enjoyable, you know? And I think that's a really good balance that y'all collectively display.
Yeah.
Like, I feel honored walking in the room and getting to just absorb the energy. It's hilarious. It's fun.
You keep saying y'all, nigga. We
be up in here, and it just.
What you mean?
Well, I'm thinking when I say y'all, I'm thinking from the perspective of the person watching the video.
Say that.
It's just.
But also still we
of course. It's always. It fills your cup, man. And that's what I'm looking forward to with this album. I'm hoping I get an early release. I already told Ashley I was gonna put the pressure on you. I was like, hell, maybe he'll give me like an early release type thing where I can hear before the rest of these niggas.
Oh
But,
yeah, I'm finna play this now. I need to know what you think about it. I need to know it.
But
Like
yeah,
you said, I need that confirmation, brother.
exactly.
And I know you're gonna be 100 with me.
Yes, sir.
You're
So
gonna be 100 with me.
this project, Halo City, Rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
If you have one sentence to sell to the world about this album, what would that sentence be?
Gen X, millennials, we got some new flavor for you. Gen Z, this is what it used to be like.
Mm.
Y'all gonna love it though. Y'all can take a trip with us too. Yeah.
Let them ride in the back. Can I come?
Yeah, come on. It's, you don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing about this, young boy. Get your ass on in the back. You was still in diapers when we was doing this type.
Yo, I'm gonna date myself with this one here. Hand me that CD case.
Hand me that CD case. It should be on about the third page. Third page from the back. Flip it the other way. Yeah. Don't scratch my shit up.
Brother. Holiday, it's always a pleasure to sit and talk with you, brother, man.
Absolutely, bro.
For anybody watching this that want to get in touch with you, maybe want to work together, what's the best way to contact you?
Man, for the quickest response, DM Halo City on Facebook. Wings, the letter N, Halos. That's Wings and Halos on Instagram. HaloCity22@gmail.com. If you got a couple hours for me to get back to you, I promise you I will. Yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with us. Rendezvous September 19th at Flavors Lounge. We got Spicy Priestley coming from Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
She just released a project last month, and we opened for her. So she kind of returning the favor, bringing it back over
full
here.
Circle.
Yeah. So Stages is on all platforms. Stages by Spicy, SPICEE Priestley. Go check that out so you already know what you're gonna get when you come to Flavor September 19th, 8 o'clock. Be there early actually, cause we're gonna be there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be drinking already.
Say this.
Yes, sir. All right, man. This has been your boy, Sir. Holiday, Halo City. We out.